In this session, we'll uncover what defines a confined space, the hidden dangers within, and the essential precautions that can save lives. What is confined space? A confined space is generally defined as an enclosed or partially enclosed area that has limited or restricted means of entry or exit. This makes it difficult to get in and out quickly in case of an emergency. It is large enough for a person to enter and perform work. While it might be large enough to enter, it's not designed for continuous human occupancy. It is not designed for continuous occupancy. It's not a typical workspace. Examples for confined spaces. Working in confined spaces presents a wide array of potentially life-threatening hazards. Here's a breakdown of the most significant risks. 1. Oxygen deficiency. This is a leading cause of confined space fatalities. Oxygen levels can be depleted by processes like rusting, bacterial action, or displacement by other gases. 2. Toxic gases. Confined spaces can accumulate dangerous gases like hydrogen sulfide, carbon monoxide, or methane, which can lead to poisoning or asphyxiation. 3. Flammable or explosive atmospheres. The presence of flammable gases, vapors, or dust can create a risk of fire or explosion, especially when combined with ignition sources. 4. Oxygen enrichment. While oxygen deficiency is more common, excessive oxygen can also be hazardous, as it significantly increases the risk of fire and explosion. 5. Engulfment. Workers can be engulfed by free-flowing solids like grain, sand, or liquids, leading to suffocation or crushing. 6. Entrapment. The narrow or complex nature of confined spaces can lead to workers becoming trapped or unable to escape. 7. Falls. Working at heights within confined spaces, or the presence of slippery surfaces, can increase the risk of falls. 8. Mechanical hazards. Moving parts of machinery within confined spaces can cause crushing, entanglement, or other injuries. 9. Temperature extremes. Confined spaces can be excessively hot or cold, leading to heatstroke, hypothermia, or other temperature-related illnesses. 10. Noise. Working in confined spaces can amplify noise, which can damage hearing. 11. Visibility. Often confined spaces have very limited lighting, creating hazards for workers. 12. Biological hazards. Exposure to bacteria, viruses, or fungi can pose a risk of infection. 13. Electrical hazards. The presence of electrical equipment in confined spaces can lead to electrocution. It's crucial to remember that these hazards can interact, creating even more dangerous situations. Therefore, thorough risk assessments, proper training, and strict adherence to safety procedures are essential when working in confined spaces. Working in confined spaces is inherently dangerous, so strict precautions are essential. Here's a breakdown of key safety measures. 1. Hazard assessment and permit to work system. 1. Risk assessment. A thorough risk assessment must be conducted before any entry to identify potential hazards. 2. Permit to work. A formal permit to work system should be implemented, detailing the work to be done, identified hazards, and required precautions. This ensures that all necessary safety measures are in place. 2. Atmospheric monitoring. 1. Pre-entry testing. The atmosphere inside the confined space must be tested before entry for oxygen levels, flammable gases, and toxic substances. 2. Continuous monitoring. Atmospheric monitoring should continue throughout the work period, as conditions can change. 3. Ventilation. Provide adequate ventilation to ensure a safe atmosphere. Mechanical ventilation may be necessary. 3. Continuous atmospheric monitoring with alarms. Portable gas detectors with audible and visual alarms should be used for continuous monitoring. These alarms should be set to trigger at safe exposure limits. 4. Appropriate lighting. Use explosion-proof lighting if there's a risk of flammable atmospheres. Ensure adequate illumination for safe work. 5. Specific PPE considerations. 1. Select PPE based on the specific hazards present in the confined space. 2. Ensure that PPE is properly fitted and maintained. 3. Provide training on the proper use and care of PPE. 4. Address the potential for heat stress when wearing PPE in confined spaces. 6. Control of hot work and sparking tools. 1. Implement a hot work permit that is separate from the entry permit. 2. Use non-sparking tools whenever possible. 3. Provide fire suppression equipment, such as fire extinguishers and fire blankets. 4. Continuously monitor for the presence of flammable gases during hot work. 7. Documentation and record keeping. 1. Maintain detailed records of all confined space entries, including permits, atmospheric testing results, training records, and incident reports. 2. Establish a system for tracking and reviewing confined space entry data to identify trends and improve safety procedures. 8. Rescue planning and practice. 1. Conduct realistic rescue simulations that mimic potential emergency scenarios. 2. Ensure that rescue personnel are proficient in the use of all rescue equipment. 3. Establish clear communication protocols between rescue personnel and the standby person. 4. Consider the potential for non-entry rescue techniques. Document rescue drills. Team member responsibilities. Authorized entrant. 1. Actively participate in pre-entry briefings. 2. Report any unsafe conditions or changes in the environment immediately. 3. Understand the limitations of their PPE. 4. Be aware of the signs and symptoms of exposure to hazardous substances. 5. Understand the rescue plan. Standby person, attendant. 1. Maintain a constant state of vigilance. 2. Be prepared to initiate emergency procedures without hesitation. 3. Have a thorough understanding of the confined space hazards and the rescue plan. 4. Be trained in basic first aid and CPR. 5. Keep accurate logs of entry times and atmospheric conditions. Entry supervisor. 1. Conduct a final inspection of the confined space before authorizing entry. 2. Ensure that all personnel involved in the entry are fully trained and qualified. 3. Suspend or cancel the permit if conditions become unsafe. 4. Conduct post-entry reviews to identify areas for improvement. Rescue team. 1. Maintain a high level of physical fitness and proficiency in rescue techniques. 2. Conduct regular equipment inspections and maintenance. 3. Participate in ongoing training to stay up to date on best practices. 4. Be able to perform rescues in a timely manner. Safety officer. 1. Develop and maintain a comprehensive confined space entry program. 2. Conduct regular audits and inspections to ensure compliance. 3. Investigate all confined space incidents and near misses. 4. Provide ongoing training and education to personnel. 5. Stay up to date on all regulatory changes. By implementing these detailed precautions and ensuring that all team members understand their responsibilities, you can create a safer working environment for confined space entry.